Hello, welcome to chapter 17, part 7, Bootstrap form controls, height and width, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn how to set the height and width of the Bootstrap form controls. Right now, let us understand that very clearly. Bootstrap provides us some of the classes to control the height and width of the form controls. Okay, here is a list of classes which does that work. Okay, the first and foremost class is Bootstrap grid classes. I think we are all aware of the Bootstrap grid classes because we learned them very clearly in the earlier sessions. Now, what is the advantage of using these Bootstrap grid classes? Here is the description. Using these Bootstrap grid classes, we can control the width of the form controls. So let us see a demo of this using these Bootstrap grid classes. So what I'll do, I'll jump to my Visual Studio, and this is the empty web project. To this empty web project, I've added the Bootstrap references and also the JQuery reference. Now what I'll do is, I'll take a div, and inside that div, let me add a class called row. Okay, and to that row, what I'll do is, I'll add a form tag. And to that form tag, let me add a role, okay, is equal to form. And once I'm done with that, what I'll do is I'll take a div, and to that div, let me add a class called form group. Okay, now inside this, what I need to take is, I need to take a label, and I'll name it as username. Okay, and I want to take a input type control. Input type as of now it's text, and let me remove this, and let me add a class called form control, and let me add a placeholder telling like enter username. Okay, now similarly I'll copy this again, and let this be a password, and input type also I have to change it to password, and here the placeholder changes telling like password control S. Now when I go and refresh this page, let me see how it looks. It renders like this, username and password. Now we should make use of this Bootstrap grid classes to control the width of the form controls. Right now you can observe this form control input type text, it's acquiring the entire grid system, in the sense 12 columns. Now if I want to reduce the width of it, in the sense if I want to acquire this input type text control only 3 columns, then I should make use of that Bootstrap grid classes. So what I'll do, here I'll come and I'll attach a grid class telling like call xs3. Now let me copy and paste to the similar below div. Now you can observe what I'm doing right now. When I do fi, when I refresh this page, the width of this control, which is spanning 12 columns, it will span only 3 columns. This is how you can observe here right now what's happening. Okay, you can observe here what did we do? We just applied a class. That class is called call xs3. Now it reduced the width of the form control. This is what the advantage of using this Bootstrap grid classes. Now let me go back to my web page and let me refresh this. Let me remove some of the code present here, and let me go and refresh. Okay, it renders like this, or I have to do Control S here first of all, and here you can observe it's acquiring again the 12 columns. Now coming to the second point, we have another set of classes, that is input large and input small. It is used to control the height of the form controls. In the sense, right now you can observe here the height of this control, it's default. Okay, some size is applied. Now if I want to increase into large, or I want to increase this input type to small, then we have that class called input large and sm. Now let me go and show you that also. To this input type, what I have to do is I have to add a class called input large. Okay, and similarly I'll copy and paste the below one also. You can observe here, Control S, and let me go and refresh the page. You can observe here this input controls, input type text controls, what's happening, it's increasing the size of it, in the sense height of it. So similarly let me go and use the other class, that is small. Okay, what small does, reduces the size of height of that control. So you can observe this is small one. Okay, and that's what the second class. And we have the last set of classes, that is form group large and form group small. It is used to control the height of the form controls and the associated labels also. You can observe right now what we are applying, that input large and input small is applying only to the input types text. But if I want to increase the size as of the labels also, or increase the size of the controls also, then we have one class that is called form group large and form group small. Where do I apply it? We have to apply that to this. Let me remove this right now because we saw a demo of it. Now we have to make use of this form group large. Okay, you can observe here form group large. Similarly, I'll come and apply here form group large. Now when I do that, what will happen is it will increase the size of this control as well as the label also. You can observe here, okay, the size of this text label as well as the control also increased. Similarly, if I add form group small, what it's going to go, it's going to render the styles which is what it is defined, okay, in the sense small manner. Let me go and refresh. You can observe the label as well as the control size change to small. This is what the advantage of using these classes, where they will help to control the height and width of the form controls, and that's what we saw in this session. And we also saw a beautiful demo. And finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our pages, Facebook page, visiting these URLs. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further references, visit these websites, and we are on LinkedIn too. And again, last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.